Hiya Barry, great to meet up with you and do some further work on your game. A quick recap on the key points that we covered. You can see obviously on the top right image the takeaway needed more of that Rickie Fowler move going into it. We're starting to get a little bit too much daylight between the arms and the torso. Hands aren't really coming in enough, and the club face's relationship to the arc is opening up. This was resulting in a shot pattern that was a sort of two-way miss, a lot of reliance on educated hands to get the job done. There's that sort of lift and twisting of the shaft at the top. You know, not as excessive as it used to be, but still in there enough to cause you problems. And then as you were coming through the golf ball, hips were tucking under a little bit too much, hands were wrapping over, and the exit was getting a little bit too high as you came through the hip. So we kept trying to work on getting the hands in more. You can see there, that's again, you know, we can't really do it enough at this stage. We want to get the hands in more, the arms in more, and the club face rotating less. Starts to become a better position at the top as you start to squeeze the left arm against the chest a little bit more at setup and during the overall movement. So we can see that the top of the backswing becomes a little bit less across the line, and the club face is a little bit less open at the top. We then worked on lowering the exit, and in order to do that, again, as you go to the top with this swing, quite a large file this, you'll have to just forgive me. It's a little bit laggy. We start to see the backswing really tidy up on this one now. A little bit shorter, a little bit more compact, certainly on a better angle. Left wrist is flatter, club face is not opening up to the arc as much. Much tidier position at P4, that quality. As P4 goes, not far off as good as it gets. So that's adding pressure to the left arm against the chest, controlling the exit. The act of lowering the exit encourages you to lay the shaft off a little bit more and control the length of the backswing a little bit more. P1 to P2 needs tidying up. You know what to do on that, so I'm not going to harp on too much. But having said that, if you have a P1 to P2 that's a little bit funky and you can arrive at that top of the backswing position, P4, then no harm's done. So, you know, the drill where you're lowering the exit, you know, positioning the cane as you see here on the bottom left, just on the level of and just to the side of the left shoulder is an essential bit of kit for you when you practice. Lowering the exit encourages you to get back into flexion, encourages you to get the right shoulder to work down and around, producing a club that is less inside at P6, requiring less of a flipping motion through the hip, so less reliance on your hands through the hip, encouraging the body to keep moving continuously through the hip, lowering the exit, and controlling the amount of face closure. You know, we talked about the positioning of the left arm as well in relation to the torso during the finish. And you were saying, you know, that felt really tight and compact. You see the arms aren't getting flung off the rib cage as much, as can be seen by the condition of the left arm upon completing the swing. So we'd want to see a left arm there that's parallel. If we do that, it means we've traced the circle both sides of the golf ball. I just run this footage through. It's a nice way of videoing your swing. You see there the takeaway gets a little bit outside and open. Rescue it pretty well at the top. And now the act of lowering the exit, keeping the arms beneath the cane, is going to encourage the continuous unwinding of the body and a much quieter pass through the ball. Remember that we want the shoulders ticking on the chest. It's the thoracic to continue to turn through the hip, and as we get older, clearing the hips and keeping the shoulders square becomes much more difficult to do. Hitting driver, you can see again, takeaway not as tidy as I'd like to see it. Pressure against the left arm's improved. Lowering the exit takes all the push and hook out of the golf ball. Encourages the player to get back into flexion, controls the rate at which the player extends, and tightens up the shot cone tremendously. Every time you practice, we should have that cane to the left of your shoulder. Good luck with it. Look forward to working with you again soon. Keep me posted on the results, and if you have any questions, feel free to give me a call.